Hi there, welcome to FabWebTuts. My name is Fabest. Alright, so today I'm just going to be teaching you on how to manipulate background. Alright, so from the previous tutorial, you are familiar with background color. We just specify the color here, say background green, and then we'll refresh. The background is going to change. Actually, let me just take it back. Alright, so let's save and refresh. So we are familiar with this, using color to change background, but I'm going to teach you how to use image or picture, whatever, to change the background of your project. All right, so let's get started. Now, to change the background of your project, you can just go ahead and get the image or the picture. Actually, let me minimize this. So the picture I've already gotten is here, is this picture. Actually, let me open it up. All right, so this is the picture I'm going to use as our background. So right now I already have this picture in the same folder as our HTML and CSS code. I'm just gonna go ahead and close this. All right, so let's go back to our codes. Now, to use a picture as a background, let's just go ahead and add this thing here. So you're going to put dash, then you say image. You're not just going to say background and then you specify. You're going to say background dash image. Background dash image will not give us what we are looking for. We have to specify where the browser is going to pick the image from. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and type where to get the image by using URL. You open and close bracket, then you put double quotes. Now the image is in the same folder as the CSS code, so we're just going to write the name of the image. So this image is called background actually. So then you're going to write the extension of the image. So right now, let's just go ahead and check the file extension. So if we come here, we right click. All right, so we can just go to properties. Under properties now, you can see the extension of the file is .jpg. So let me just close this and close this as well. So let's go back to our code. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and type .jpg like so. All right, so let's save this. Alright, so let's go ahead and refresh. You can see the background has been applied to our H1 element. That's this text right here. So what we can do now is to just go ahead and change the color of the font right here. So let me just go ahead and change it to yellow. Okay, so let's save this and then refresh. So if you look carefully at this background, you can see the background is applied many times. You can see this is it right here. I also have one here. I also have one here. Now if you want only one background to be on the screen, you can just go ahead and use this background property called background repeat. So let's just scroll through. So we have this background repeat. So let's go ahead and say no dash repeat, like so. So when you save this and you refresh, you can see the background is not repeating. We only have one background. Okay, now there's another background property that you can use, background dash size, like so. The background size is going to take two values, that's one for the width and one for the height. So let's give it 100% for the width and then 100% for the height as well. So let's save this. Now if you refresh, you can see the background is applied 100% for the width and 100% for the height. All right, so another background property I'm going to show you is background attachment. So you just go ahead and type background then attachment, like so. So background attachment can be fixed or scroll. So let me just go ahead and type fixed like this. So let's save this and then let's refresh. Now background attachment is fixed. Let's scroll and see what happens. You can see the background doesn't scroll, it's remaining attached to the browser window. So but if you just go ahead and add scroll here, let's save and then let's refresh. Now let's scroll. You can see the background is scrolling now. So that's the difference between background fixed and background scroll. So let's just go ahead and leave it at fixed. Okay, so let's save this and let's refresh. So you can see the background is now fixed, it doesn't move. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to teach you is background positioning. So let me just go ahead and drop this line. Let's write background, then dash position, like so. So background position can take two values, that's the X and the Y axis. Alright, so the next background property I'm going to teach you about is the background positioning. So let's drop this line and then let's type background, then dash position, like so. Alright, so background position takes two values. Now these two values are for the X axis and also for the Y axis, or for the horizontal and the vertical. So for the X axis, you can give it, say, let's give it, say, 200 pixels, like this. Then for the vertical axis, we're just gonna give it, say, 200 as well, 200 pixel. Okay, so this is going to position the background 200 pixels to the X axis and then 200 pixels to the Y axis. Now let's refresh and see what happens. So when we tap on refresh, you can see what happens now. It positions the background in the vertical axis 200 pixels and then in the horizontal axis 200 pixels as well. So if you ever want to position the background on the screen, you can just go ahead and use background positioning. Then actually background position, not positioning. So you can just go ahead and use it, and then you indicate the X axis and also the Y axis. Let me just go ahead and bring this back to 0 pixels and then this one to 0 pixels. Let's save and then let's refresh. Everything is back to normal. Let's just go ahead and add this to the body. So let me just go ahead and add it to the body. That means the body of this HTML document is what is going to get the effect. So let's just go ahead and refresh. So let's refresh this. You can see now the body is what gets the background. So right now what we can do is to just go ahead and beautify this whole stuff. So let's see, what can we do? Let's have some fun. Line height, let's just go ahead and increase the line height, obviously. So let's give it, say, 100 pixels. Now when we refresh, we're going to have this. Okay, so alright, so that's it about background. You can see we learned how to apply background image, background repeat, background size, background attachment, and then background positioning. Alright, so we've come to the end of our CSS tutorial. This is the last tutorial for this course. Now this is not all about CSS. There is a lot to learn about CSS, and I'd like to recommend that you sign up for our intermediate tutorial, where I'm going to teach you how to develop website using all this knowledge you've acquired from learning CSS and HTML. Thank you so much for signing up and enrolling for this beginners tutorial. Thank you so much, and peace out.